guess who made it to the most popular waterfall in South America? That would be us and a bunch of other people. We are at Iguazu Waterfalls on the Argentinian side. We arrived this morning with a plane from Buenos Aires. It was a very early morning at 5 a.m. Then we got to our hotel, went to sleep for a couple of hours because I felt devastated by this early wake-up call. And then we got a taxi from our hotel in Puerto Iguazu, the city, to Iguazu Waterfalls, the national park. A few information about the park. You can get here by bus. There's a public bus that gets you from the center of the city to the entrance of the park. But since we missed the bus and we didn't want to wait because we had the entry ticket with the time slots, I don't know if it's important, but we have it. We decided to take the taxi. We negotiated with the taxi driver and only paid 10,000 Argentinian pesos. This is end of April 2024, so that would be about $10 or a bit less in cash. Also, we entered the park. It was kind of empty. Not a lot of people because it's like shoulder season, so I'm guessing that a lot of people come visit Iguazu during summer. Now, not so much. It's actually really okay. Everything you read online that we should come here, do this and that, doesn't apply. It's just super okay. You can even buy your ticket at the entrance. It was very, very okay. However, on the Argentinian side, the most popular place, touristic spot to visit and take pictures in is the Devil's Throat, which unfortunately is closed. Once you enter the park, yeah, you can walk for a little bit of like 5 minutes, and then you can take the free train to get to the central station. From there, you can start walking on two circuits, the lower circuit and the upper circuit. We started with the upper one, so we saw a few waterfalls already. The weather is actually kind of cool. It's like around 30 degrees, but it doesn't feel like super suffocating. So that's a bit of sun that it wasn't too sunny earlier, so it was just great for walking through the forest. And we got a glimpse of the waterfall and also a rainbow caused by the droplets, which is really, really nice. Some people in our pictures, but it wasn't too bad because from what I read online, it's basically impossible to take pictures. So I'm pretty happy with our pictures. And we are yet to finish now the upper circuit. So basically, it's not as complicated as I thought it would be, but you need to figure out before you get here like the place to stay, and you can buy your tickets online during high season, which I recommend, so you don't have to waste time at the ticket tip counter at the entrance of the park. So you do that online. It's basically $20 per person, and you can pay with your card. A lot of butterflies everywhere here, some lizards. It's actually really, really nice. So shoulder season definitely is a time to visit Iguazu. So this is end of April, but apparently November is also good, like end of October, November. Yeah, something like that. That should be good. We are kind of pissed because Devil's Throat it's closed, because usually you could get a train from the central station to take you up there as well for the pictures, but it's closed, so the train is not working. Oh, a butterfly just landed on my leg. Look at it. I was not kidding when I said butterflies are everywhere. Oh, that's a lizard. Look at it. Yeah, I told you, they're basically everywhere. Okay. So what a lot of people do is visit both sides. So they visit some really courageous and crazy travelers travel from Buenos Aires by plane early in the morning, come here, visit the Argentinian side in like 4 hours, and then arrange with a taxi driver to get them at the entrance here to drive them over the border and go to the Brazilian side, which apparently is smaller. Like the falls in the Brazilian side is smaller, but it has better views. Since we are not time pressured, we're gonna enjoy today. If we feel the need, we might visit tomorrow as well. You have 50% off if you visit a second day, like consecutive days. And if not, then we won't come because I feel like since there's not so much crowd around, yeah. Since there are not a lot of people around, I feel like one day, one afternoon should be enough. And then in 2 days, we're gonna cross the border and spend 2 days on the Brazilian side, so we can visit that side as well. I thought that, and from this point onward, our South American trip should finally start feeling like a bit of a holiday because this month, for instance, was complete crazy. We visited in 1 month Cusco and Machu Picchu, and then Buenos Aires and Ushuaia, and now here. Basically, a lot of flights in just 1 month, a lot of packing and unpacking, a lot of travel planning, and it got me really, really tired to the point of burnout. So this is just an inside personal diary entry. I'm a bit tired, so that's why I allocated 2 days on the Argentinian side to visit the falls, and then 2 days for the Brazilian, and we'll see. It depends on the weather and how we feel and how much energy we have, because right now I don't feel like I'm having a lot of energy, so I don't know how those people come in the morning with a plane, visit one side, then take the taxi to visit Brazilian side, and then in the afternoon, some of them head to the airport to go back to Buenos Aires, and that's just crazy. But definitely doable because there are so many flights during the day. And there are 2 airports, one on the Argentinian side, one on the Brazilian side, so you can do a lot of combos. You can travel to a lot of places, from a lot of places here. It's actually one of the most touristic place, I think, in South America, and probably one of the most touristic nature attraction in the world, but very well organized, so you shouldn't worry too much. Yeah. So now we're gonna continue our flight. Now we're gonna continue our path. You cannot go wrong. There are basically signs everywhere, and there are specific pathways that lead you to specific waterfalls. You just follow the side. They're one way. You cannot go wrong. Just follow the crowd. Just go where the crowd is. You'll get your pictures, and it's gonna be nice. Just enjoy your time. So now we are on the inferior circuit, the lower circuit, and turns out this one has a few steps, but nothing too crazy. But this is how you get to this famous viewpoint. And since the Devil's Throat is closed, I'm guessing that this view is probably the best you're gonna get. It's quite popular, but again, there are not so many people right now. It's like 3:30 p.m. right now, so we managed to get a bunch of awesome pictures without any people in them. We were super lucky. And from here you can also feel the water droplets. That's how powerful the waterfall is. And you can see there's a rainbow from the droplets, and the boat rides. They're a bit crazy because they were moving kind of fast,
and people were screaming at some point. I'm talking about the boat ride. Yeah, people were having fun on those. It's really, really nice, but I'm guessing by the feel of it that if you're on the boat, you're gonna get all wet. I mean, not crazy wet, but yeah, just be prepared for that. Because if you stand here for too long, you're gonna feel the breeze and the water on your skin. So I'm guessing that's why the boats are moving fast.
Back then, when I was drinking in Sarajan neighborhood in Bucharest, little did I know I was soon going to witness one of the miracles of nature, a waterfall. Been halfway around the world to see it, and yes, it looks just like the waterfall we saw in Iceland or the one we saw in Norway. That's not important. Important is it's here, it's big, and there are a lot of bugs around, and it's really warm. It's like one of the saunas you pay money to go to in Bucharest. Do I like it? Yes, but I must confess, yesterday when I found out I had to take a flight here, I left at 3 in the morning, I nearly had a nervous breakdown. It's not important. It's for views like this that you get up in the morning at 2 a.m. in the morning.
Are you happy now?
I had a beer, and yes, I am happy now.
So because we decided not to take the expensive boat that takes you under the waterfall, we're just walking around the waterfalls. And guess what? The lower circuit gets you really close to one of the waterfalls, and you will eventually get a bit wet as well. Yeah, it's the raining.
It's 5 p.m. and we finished the lower circuit just here at the start of it and end of it, same place. It's a fast food area, cafeteria, and also bathroom right behind me. Very clean, very nice. There are not so many people left, just a few people now finishing the trail. And I wasn't expecting it to be so empty. So disregard everything you read online. If you want to visit during a nice time, weather-wise, and not so crazy, just visit in shoulder season and it's gonna be just fine. You're gonna enjoy it so much. Also, the fact that they serve food and snacks in the park, that's actually really nice. The lower circuit took us 1 hour and a half, but we moved really slow. We took so many pictures. Like, you can definitely finish it in 1 hour. Probably most people move faster. I think overall we did everything. The only thing that's left that you could do at this point, I think, is the boat ride, which you can buy at the main entrance, before you validate your ticket to the park, or there's another point where you can buy it after, like in the train area. But there are different tickets, so the most expensive one was about $60. Then it was another boat for $30, and I'm guessing the most expensive one is the one that takes you to the under the waterfall and gets you really wet, as you see. I took a picture of that. But you can also do that on the Brazilian side. So these are the activities right now. Are they worth it? I don't know, up to you. The views, though, from the lower circuit on the Argentinian side, quite nice. I actually love this, so that's why we took so many pictures. I don't know what I'm gonna do with so many videos and pictures, besides showing you guys and on my blog. I'm gonna write a guide on visiting Iguazu Falls on the Argentinian side on my blog, so you can have all the details. Basically just walk on the pathway, upper circuit, lower circuit, and you'll be just fine. It's a one-way path, and then it gets you to the exit, and from there you can either go back at the main entrance or continue with the lower circuit or upper, depends on the order in which you choose to do them. Really nice, really easy. Bathrooms, snacks, areas. Yeah, I actually enjoyed it. So where to stay when visiting Iguazu Falls? And not here. We are staying in the Argentinian side in Iguazu city, and it's really touristy. It's like a village that has welcomed a lot of tourists over the years, and now it's like full of guest houses and hotels and restaurants that can accommodate a large number of tourists. So I can imagine there are a lot of tourists in the high season. No, right now not so much, but we when I planned this trip, I thought that we're gonna be out exploring a lot, so it's not gonna make any sense to get like a more expensive hotel or Airbnb, and I got a really cheap one for like $25 a night, because I got 3 nights, because I wanted to make sure we can get check in at 8 a.m. because we landed super early with our flight from Buenos Aires. So 2 real nights, but 3 to check in super early. And it's great for sleeping and everything, so if you're on a budget, you're gonna find a lot of suitable, okay-ish accommodations. However, do mind that this is a tropical climate. It feels really humid wherever you go, and the walls seem to have mold on them, and there's not much of a isolation for doors and windows, so you can hear everything, feel the air, everything. It's very hot outside, so just a few things.
You go to the bathroom. Everyone goes to the bathroom with you.
One particular thing about this room, that is kind of a studio, they call it, is that it's so humid here that the bathroom door, it's made out of wood, but it's swollen, so you cannot close it. So, as Eddie puts it, when you go to the bathroom, everybody goes to the bathroom with you. Which is kind of funny if you're a couple-ish, maybe not, but
You learn a lot about the other person.
yeah, you learn a lot about the other person if you're traveling as a group, or I don't know, just mind that these are some things that you don't really read about in the reviews, so I'm guessing people are kind of used to it or expecting it. However, the price should give you a hint of what to expect. And at this point, I'm kind of concerned, like, what do I do? Do I give like honest review because I have pictures of the mold? or just say, you know, for this price I cannot complain. Like, I'm somewhere in between, not really sure what to do. Anyway, since breakfast obviously not included because this is our kitchen and we have just exactly 2 pots, we're gonna go for brunch because it's already midday. We woke up super late. Because there are many restaurants and cafes, as I said, here in Puerto Iguazu. It's very sunny outside. Oh, this is the dress I wore yesterday for at the falls, and at some point it was the falls were spraying on us. So I don't know if that's it or just the overall atmosphere here, but my dress is damp still.
Damp.
Damp. My dress is damp still. And since we have a full day of relaxation in Puerto Iguazu, which is in Argentina, the Argentinian side, we decided to visit probably one of the most interesting spots there is to visit, which is the intersection of 3 countries. So the Iguazu River falls here, uniting 3 countries, and this exactly here is the borderline between 3 countries. Argentina, where we are right now, on the opposite side where the Ferris wheel is Brazil, and then across the bridge on that side is Paraguay. So you cannot really top a place like this where 3 countries are united through the force of nature and divided through the force of mankind. Luckily, we've invented bridges, and that seemed to work for us, and cars as well. There's also, of course, Argentina did not want to get involved in this friendship bridge over here between Brazil and Paraguay. They have a separate bridge a few kilometers that way between Argentina and Brazil only. All of these countries here offer boat rides, which seem like the proper thing to do. If you have a river, then everybody wants to go for a boat ride, and then you can say you've been basically in 2 countries at once, except for when you get to the very middle part where you're basically on a boat in 3 countries at once. Anyhow, I see both leaving from the Argentinian side as well as the Brazilian side, and I've seen some docks or something on the Paraguay side. So all of these countries offer kind of similar experiences, like boat rides here on the river. Also, wherever you're based, like hotel based, you can easily grab like a taxi, rent a car with a driver, or join a tour that gets you on any of these sites for the day, and then get you back to your hotel. And one very popular day trip that I've seen offered here by some tour agencies is 3 countries in 1 day, it's called. So basically they take you to all these places in 1 day, so you can say by the end of it that you've been on basically the same spot but different angles, I guess. So that's one cool popular thing to do. And in the end, these are not just 3 random countries. We're talking about Argentina, Brazil and Paraguay, and that's pretty cool. However, I have to warn you, it's very hot. This is not what they consider to be summer. It's end of April. This is beginning of rainy season, or not so touristic season, and here we are looking for shade everywhere we go because it's barely burning. The sun is burning. So whenever you're traveling in Iguazu or in similar places, you need sunscreen, you need mosquito repellent, you need a sun cap, sunglasses, drink lots of water. I don't know if I need to tell you this whenever I'm talking about tropical places like this one, but yeah, whenever you have butterflies, you need that insect repellent and all the stuff that go with it, like sunscreen. Yeah, as tourists, we are simply not made for this climate and this weather, so it's gonna be hard for us to adapt. Don't try to adapt, you're gonna get sunburn. Yeah, I mean, look at it. And just up ahead, right there, you can see that bridge. That's the bridge cars use. You can see a car right now, or a bus, I don't know, crossing between Argentina on the right and Brazil on the left. Also the river, the Iguazu River, is brownish, and that's because of landslides and deforestation and stuff like that. Don't think of anything crazy. It's actually a bit of a, or more, I don't know. It's a hazard for the environment, affecting the life cycle of fish and their predators and stuff like that. It's really not great. So there's a very sad part to the Amazon as well. Guess what we're doing this afternoon? After visiting the place where Iguazu River meets Paraná River, and the three countries come together, we decided that we want to do a boat tour. I don't know what's happening. It's a helicopter. Okay, there's a helicopter. Anyway, we decided to want to do a boat tour on Iguazu River, well, between the three countries, and you can do that. There are a few companies that offer cruises, like 1 hour, 1 hour and a half cruises, and we chose the Cruceros boats, and the next one leaves at 5:30, and unfortunately right now it's only 3.5, I think, but by the time we decided it was 3, and it was super early, but they gave us a discount, so we paid in Argentinian pesos, we paid about 16,000 per person, so that would be $16. I'm gonna refrain on mentioning prices in Argentinian pesos because by the time you're gonna visit Argentina, probably the inflation is gonna go even more up than it is right now. So the prices in pesos are going to change, but the value should stay, I think, maybe the same. I don't know. Not a economics guru. Anyhow, we bought the tickets, and still we have 2 hours more to go, or about that. And next to the port area, which I'm gonna give you all the details about in my blog, there's a small bar restaurant, and they have good food and beer. So we finished our first beer and ordered some fish and chips, and 2 beers and a portion of fish and chips was about 13,800 pesos, so that would be less than $14 right now. Again, end of April, and the sun is scorching, burning outside, so we are sitting right here under the fan in the shades, hiding my legs from the sun because it's burning, waiting for our cruise. Our cruise, I'm really excited about because it's kind of an amazing experience, and I didn't realize this, but I think it's one of the top things to do in Iguazu, in Puerto Iguazu, the city, after visiting the falls. It's kind of amazing, and I mean, I love boat rides, and they take you around the area where the three countries meet, and then up to Iguazu port a bit, like towards the falls. So that's kind of amazing, and they offer a free welcome drink that's included in the ticket, and on board they have air conditioning, closed area, and also they have like a buffet where you can buy snacks and drinks. I'm just filming this unique place, probably the most spectacular frontier crossing in the world, which is the Iguazu River flowing into Paraná River, which marks the frontier of 3 huge countries in South America, which are Paraguay on that side, a bridge here, Brazil on that side and Edward, and on the other side of the boat, Argentina. So 3 countries, 2 rivers, and here right now we are basically in the middle of the crossing between the 3 of them. International waters, I guess. This is where we are right now. Oh, and yeah, and between all of the 3 crossing, like on each shore, there is an obelisk painted in the colors of the flag of the country. So right there is Paraguay, and then behind me over there is Brazil. And in a few moments, I'm gonna show you also the Argentinian obelisk right over there, up there. Yeah, we've been there because we're coming from the Argentinian side, and the boat has the flags of all 3 countries, which is really cool. And we are right now on the boat, Victoria Austral boat. I'm gonna put the location and the link for the place to get the boat. We just showed up at the dock, the boarding area, and bought our ticket, and that was really nice. I mean, look at this place. We are right in the middle of it. This is one of the most amazing, crazy experience we've ever done. Like 3 countries at a time, like in this instance, 3 countries. That's amazing. As I was saying earlier, the Iguazu River that comes from basically the Amazon, it's full of mud, so that's why it's kind of brownish. And here, when it combines, flows into Paraná River, which is kind of clear river, it has a different weird color. So the brown comes from Iguazu River, but you can see spots of the Paraná River, which is actually much wider at this point, and it's kind of bluish. So that's an interesting thing.
Notice that on that side the river is blue, but on this side the Iguazu River is brown. Do you know why? It's because of Leonardo DiCaprio. He's trying to destroy the Amazon, and the former Brazilian president, Bolsonaro, warned us. We would not heed the warning. In the meantime, the Americans gave DiCaprio an Oscar award. Look what he's doing. He's muddying up the river. He's destroying the Amazon. We're gonna be left without oxygen. Thank you. I'm gonna get a beer.
The boat turned into a river party, and some people just won't leave, but it's kind of dark right now, so let's find our hotel because it's kind of far away.